Good afternoon, Pep.
Hi.
Hi. Ilkay Gundogan, what's the update and the latest on him, please?
I think to be fair, we should wait a statement from the club for the doctors. So they didn't. Not really.
Not yet. We haven't. No.
So he will be out for a time. So, but precise what he has, I think the doctors are the right person to tell what he has, what he had in danger.
But do you fear that's a long time rather than a short time without?
Yeah.
How difficult is that situation? Because one of the things you've done very well this season is cut down the number of injuries you have.
It's so difficult for him. We are sad for him. We are going to miss him a lot. A lot. But it's what it is. He's unlucky. Sometimes football happens.
Pep, going into this game against Arsenal, how much does it disrupt your thoughts missing both Gundogan and Fernandinho, two players who can play that role, considering the talent that Arsenal have in attacking midfield as well?
It's what it is. So we don't have Ilkay and Fernandinho, so we played all the season for many absence, for many reasons, so adapt us. So another one is going to play in their positions and they're going to throw as well as possible. So.
Pep, how has Ilkay responded to this? Has he taken it as a huge blow, and how big a blow is it to Manchester City?
No, he's sad, we are sad, so we are upset. So it was an action when the opponent was correct for when to fight, and was unlucky situation. So sometimes there are situations when the opponents go harder, but it was a normal situation, it was unlucky. So now is help him, let him feel that we are there, closer as much, and wait and come back safe. That is going to happen because he's going to be operated for the best one, so he's going to back as soon as possible, and the most important thing, as best as possible for the future.
You talked so glowingly about him, so highly, and you made such an effort to bring him to the club even when he was injured. How big a blow could this be to your season?
No, during the season sometimes happen that. So in Bayern Munich, my period, we had we had 11 surgeries in 1 or 2 years. So it never happened before. Sometimes it happened. We try to control everything. So the medical staff and the physios, they are excellent, but excellent. So in terms of injuries, that season is like never before. So all the players are almost fit and correct. So we suffer few muscular injuries, more red cards than injuries. But these kind of situations happen, and I told them before. So we are going to miss him, but now it's just to support him, and I'm pretty sure now is the moment he is sad, but in a few times he's going to recover, start to after the operation is going to come back here to see his teammates, stay there and start and see the mouse is running, and as soon as possible come back.
Hi Pep. So from what you just said, aside from Ilkay and Vincent, can we assume everyone else is fit for this weekend?
No, all of them are okay, except Vincent and Fabian Delph and Ilkay now. Yeah. The other are okay.
Okay, next question.
With Fernandinho and Gundogan out now, does Yaya have an important part to play, and how impressed have you been with his form and his focus in when you have used him recently?
All the people, yeah, you know the reason why he was out in the first part of the season. So now he's come back. Let's game play like he can be, but he is. When I met in Barcelona, so in the first years here when he was here in Manchester City, he's a player with no doubts about his quality. So, and of course we have another options in midfield. We have Fernando, we have Aleix, we have Kevin can play in that position as well. So we have another options to wait. Next game, Fernandinho's coming back, and waiting the guys. So during the season, this kind of things happen. So you don't expect to be all the season with all the players fit and all the players without injuries. What we wish is when he's injured as short as possible. Unfortunately, in the terms of Ilkay, that is not going to happen.
Pep, Arsenal is a side that always attack, home or away. So is it easier to face a side like this rather than a team that will sit back and defend against you?
No, but so it depends. When we play good, they're going to defend, but we are lazy and we are not strong enough. They have the quality, of course. I'm not going to talk or discover what Arsenal is in the last 20, 15 years. In the command-in-chief from Arsene Wenger, so we play many, many times against us. So when I was in Barcelona and Bayern Munich, so we met each other quite well. So a lot of respect. And of course, when we let them play, all of them, the quality. So Arsenal has a huge quality, always buy the right people, a person like good players. So fast players in front. So they can defend well. They use perfectly the counter-attack. So good team.
Pep, looking at Yaya long term, do you think his role now is as a deeper midfielder, as a more disciplined kind of midfielder rather than a number 10 or an attacking?
When Yaya is big, quite big enough. And when his physical weight and so on is right in the right, he can make everything. He's strong in the air, he's fast, he's a lot of quality, personality. So that's why we decided to stay with Yaya here. So and now, of course, what happened, but when he came back, he helped us a lot in the 3 games he played. We won with him. He helped us a lot. So, and now he's going to be. But the moment he came back, he's part of the team. And sometimes decide to play, sometimes not. But now, in the moment, Aleix, for example, maybe he's going to have more minutes than before, because that's why you have a squad big enough. And if we need players, we have the second team, and we're going to try to count on them as well.
Hi, Pep. You kept a clean sheet, obviously, against Watford. Very difficult team to do that against. So are the sort of defensive issues you had against Leicester, are they now over? Was that just a one-off? Or do you think is it something you're still working on?
Yeah, I like to have a clean sheet. I know the clean sheet is not a consequence for the back four or something like that. So analysis Leicester after 4 minutes we know 2-0. So after the analysis, what the team is not easy because they defend quite well, like Claudio Ranieri team always. And after the counter-attack use his big quality. So of course. Now in that moment we have to control our back, our effort, but we defend the players who ran the most in the last game was David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. They ran the most, it was those 2 guys. So that is the principle, that's why you had a clean sheet. What does it not happen? What I am looking for now for the next time is like Kevin and Silva and that player help us to defend quite well, because at the end Watford I was really impressed about the quality of their strikers. And we conceded 2 chances. One it was offside, the second one it was so clear. That's happened in Middlesbrough we draw. And that's happened in Everton and we draw. And that could happen again. That could happen again and against Watford, because when the guy Eli scored a goal, so maybe we finish 1-1, and it was the same what happened before. But like Kevin and Raj and David help us to make that clean sheet possible. Now you have to create a good build-up, a good more with the ball to help them, our back guys, to help to our strikers to score more goals. That is what I have to try in the future.
Pep, there have been suggestions in Spain this week that Claudio Bravo is not happy, maybe wants to return to Spain. What's your take on that? Are you aware of him being unhappy?
I didn't read that. So sometimes when I come here, I don't know. Sometimes Simon make a briefing about what are you going to ask to me. But he didn't speak about that issue. I don't read too much newspapers and the Twitters and Instagrams and Facebooks. And I spoke with Bravo last days, and with his wife as well. I saw him here with a little daughter as well. But I couldn't speak because it's 1 year age, so I could not speak with her. And he told me he's so happy. But I don't know. So you can ask for the info for the journalist, right?
Was there a reason why you met with him and his wife, or is that
No.
just standard? That wasn't to do with.
No, I came here for the passport issues, or for what the English departments needs to be settled in England. So something like that. Normally, I don't call the wives of my players to say. No. But.
Pep, could I just ask you a little bit about Arsene Wenger? Did you just refer to him as the commander-in-chief?
He's the boss, no?
Yeah.
He's the chef for Arsenal, no?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
I'm a commander-chief of Manchester City.
Yeah. No, it's just interesting because I know maybe another manager maybe doesn't have respect for Arsene Wenger, but you clearly...
I saw many Netflix series, and that's why, commander-chief and colonel, and that's why I use a lot.
But he's clearly someone you have got a great respect for, the way he plays the game and the way he sticks to his principles too.
Sorry?
You have great respect for Arsene, the way that he tries to play football all the time.
Yeah, I like it. A long time here, so when that happens, for the Arsenal people, is making a good job. So I understand it's not easy to win the Premier League, but I have a lot of respect about his career. So. And I said many times, I admire the way he tried to play, and especially the way the quality of the players they like and they buy, so they contact. I like a lot.
Hi Pep, just a word on Pablo Zabaleta. He scored on Wednesday night. It's his first goal in 2 years or so. What's it like to have someone like? What does it mean for the squad to have someone like him in the squad at the moment? And there was rumours that he'd be leaving over the summer. Was it true that you convinced him to stay?
Yeah, now we discover he's a top scorer now. He's going to play the winger from now on to try to help us to score goals, because we have problems to score goals. So I said after the game, so he's a part of this club. So he arrived when the new chairman by that club. So all that process would happen in that club, he lived that. I know the connection about the fans and the people. He's a guy who's on the pitch, is a competitor. I put an example against Barcelona, was injured for 2 weeks, arrived there in the day of the game. So, coach, if you need me, I'm there. And he played awesome against Neymar. And Neymar is not easy to mark him, and to play against Barcelona against him is important on the pitch, of course, for his mentality, and off the pitch as well. So you can count on him. You can count on him, and no matter the situations. That's why I am glad. So last season I know what happened the last 2 seasons, the problems we had with physical not good, the problems in his ankle. So when that's happened, you have to. But now physically is much better. And of course, his spirit, and especially when the situation is going not quite well. So I know the players. I try to live with the players when the situation is not good, how they react. And here they are really good in this kind of situation. We saw in the last game, in the game against Barcelona, in the many cases of what happened in the past. So there are many players just play when the situation is going well and everything is properly. And when the situation is in trouble, that is not the best player we can expect. And Pablo is not in that case. Pablo is a guy who, it doesn't matter what happened, we're trying, and that's why we are satisfied about how is he playing.
Okay, just a question here before the Spanish ones. Yeah, James. Thanks.
Hi Pep, just on Arsenal and Wenger again, they have obviously a reputation for playing some of the more attractive football in the league, but it's 12 years since Arsenal last won the league title, and rightly or wrongly they have faced accusations of not maybe being pragmatic or aggressive or strong enough at times to win that championship. Do their experiences and what you've seen so far say to you that to win the Premier League yes, you might want to play attractive football, but you also need a pragmatic streak, that you also need to maybe be more aggressive in this league than you would need to be in other ones.
I am the pragmatic. I am so pragmatic. Look my past. I'm so pragmatic. I'm here because I won. I want to win. I'm so pragmatic, guys. Concede few goals and score goals. Yeah, it's a period, so I have to learn the players, know the players, and the situation that happen from many situations. For the band players, to build something, you need time. So I try to close as possible this time to make the team better, but I think my perspective, I will need more time. But about, so I tried, I don't know, so I said many times, I'm here to learn how it works here, but at the end I think it's 11 against 11, the pitch is the same, and try to, of course, adapt. So I am a guy who make a high pressing, here is not necessary. You have to start to make the high pressing after the second or third ball. They are not allowed to make a high pressing. Never try to make a build-up. Like, for example, in Spain, would happen a lot, or in Germany as well. Here is no chance. It's long ball. So from that second ball or third ball, you have to try to make aggressive. So it never happened before. Now I am living here, so I have to adapt that, this kind of things. But the principle isn't going to change. The principle is the opponent has the ball, I'm going to pick it up. Because I want the ball, when I have the ball, to make a good build-up, to move with the quality of the players, because that club buy players for that sense, a little bit like Arsenal ideas, to try to play and knowing the mistakes and to improve through that mistakes. That is, I'm going to adapt. I'm adapting to the league, especially I'm adapting to the quality of my players. But the way I'm going to play, every day I pass, I am more convinced what I want to do. And I said last press conference again, if I am not able, so I would not be able. So I'm sorry. So, but I will do that.
Okay, question in Spanish, just at the front here.
Sensacions generals al partit, una mica per veure què t'esperes, sobretot després de partits molt premiats.
So what's your feeling about the game against Arsenal, and is Alex Garcia, does he have chances to play?
En les opcions que tens ara mateix, et planteges que Aleix pugui jugar?
Sí, té possibilitats Aleix de jugar. He jugat moltes vegades contra l'Arsenal, això es deixa jugar.
He has chances to play, he's one of our players. I played many times against Arsenal. If you let them play, they play very well. They use as well the counter-attacks, is one of the best teams using that. They have a lot of talent and a lot of legs, so we'll have to be very aware to beat them.
Però en qualsevol cas és un equip que té molta individual i molta cama. És els més bons al món en contraatac, per tant haurem d'estar molt atents.
Buenas tardes, Pep. José Álvarez para Jugones de la Sexta. En la actualidad se está disputando el Mundial de Clubs y las nuevas tecnologías.
So the video replays have been introduced in football in the Club World Cup. What do you think of the use of these video replays and technology in general in football?
Serán para mejorar, estará bien para el fútbol.
¿Crees que restan la verdadera esencia del fútbol que conocemos hasta ahora?
No, si se actualiza y se hace rápido y dinámico, si a los 3 segundos...
If there are to improve, it will be good for the football. But if the decisions are fast, they take 3 seconds, it's going to be great. But if it takes a long time and if it stops a lot, then it might not be
that
good.
Que influya tanto.
Gracias.
Hola, aquí. Des del dia que va arribar al City, que va pujar amb un taxi amb una representació bastant clara.
You've been here for a few months already. What's your opinion about the Manchester City fans?
Viu aquí, que com treballa i coneix més aficionats al City, pot fer una valoració de com és l'afició al City, com la sent, com la identificaria o com la definiria.
Però quan passejo per Manchester la gent és més que amable i correcta. Només espero jugar el més bé possible, el més efectiu possible.
Well, when I walk around Manchester, there are really nice people. We need to try to play the best as possible so they can stay until the end of the match with us and help us, cheering us up. And I think we don't have to ask them for anything. We just try to play well so they follow us and they help us staying there.
Sempre esperar que hem de fer-ho bé perquè ens segueixin, Quan juguem a fora de casa els sentim molt, i quan juguem a casa espero jugar bé, el més bé possible perquè puguin estar fins al final amb nosaltres.